Hello, everybody. Hi. Oh man, yes, I understand. You're up and you're looking around. And you're like, why is a stream? Why did I just get a notification for a stream at 4:00 in the morning? Why? Well, I'm going to tell you why. And with the help of my little green friend, we are going to review the very first episode of Loki. Just dropped about an hour and 16 minutes ago, and we have just finished. So, without further ado. Froggy! Hi, Froggy. How you doing?
I could be sleeping.
Yeah, you could be, but then you wouldn't be here reviewing Loki with me.
Sleep would have been better.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I promise this is the only time that I'm going to drag you out of bed, your lily pad, for a review. I promise. We're not going to do this again. Okay?
You mean I'll have to watch the second episode? I'm free?
Yeah, you have to watch the second episode, but we're going to review it on Friday of next week for the second episode, rather than every Wednesday morning. This is a one-time thing just for the premiere.
Wait, Friday of next week? Okay.
Yeah, not this Friday. This Friday, we're doing Castlevania Season 3. Next Friday, we are going to be doing Loki.
So we got Castlevania 3, and then we got Kung Fu.
Oh, well, that's private.
Well, we do it kind of publicly anyway, so who cares?
Oh, well, I think we should go ahead and get to the episode. We want to say hello to Moronia in the audience. As faithful as always, pleasure to see you. Yes, it is a very deep fake photo. So, a quick recap. There will be spoilers. If I had a big sign saying spoilers, I would put it up now.
And hubcaps.
Sure. We go right off of Endgame from 2012. When they travel back in time and Loki takes the Tesseract. He takes it and disappears, and that's where our story begins. He ends up going to the Moby Desert and telling some people there that I am Loki of Asgard. And before he can get too far, some agents in some armor come out of a little square that just pops up. Soon we are introduced to the TVA, the Time Virgin.
The Time Virgins, yes.
Yeah, Virgins Agency. Yes.
No, Time Variants, dumbass.
Variants. Oh. No, I didn't say virgins. I said virgins.
But it's variants.
Virgins from it? It is variants. They go. They pretty much collect Loki and bring him back. He has to take a number. He has to go through all of this, and he's pretty much a prisoner the entire time, as he's basically being shown, well, you are a variant. You were not supposed to be here.
Yeah, basically showing that you're not Loki, you're just meaningless in this, you're a bitch.
No, he's Loki.
He has no magic. He has nothing. He
has no magic because the TVA headquarters has no magic.
He's just a joke. He gets pushed around by this big old tall black lady who basically makes a mockery of him. And then they continue to make a mockery of his character throughout the episode.
Well, I mean, he did just come from a pretty low point. You have to remember.
But that's MCU, though. MCU does not like Loki.
Well,
unless he's good, you know. He's Hulk Smash. Or Smash.
Well, there's no Hulk, thankfully. So we don't have to worry about him being thrown into the floor. But he gets taken. He has to face trial, and they just say that he's guilty, and they're going to reset him. However, a character played by Owen Wilson. Named Agent Mobius.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Comes in.
Wow. That's what he says. Look at that.
And pulls him into his office. He starts showing him clips of his life, and he wants to get a deeper understanding of the God of Mischief.
Yeah. What's it like being it's basically I was watching Starsky and Hutch with Owen Wilson, where he just starts asking questions and stuff. It gets kind of boring, and then you just stare at that thing on his nose. You're wondering, why is it on his nose?
Well, no, it's not a thing on his nose. His nose is pretty messed up for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe he got punched by another Loki or someone else.
He could have been. But Agent Mobius is then called away for a moment because time agents are pretty much dying. So
Along with the audience.
Loki then attempts to escape, and he makes his way out, and he tries to go and get the Tesseract, which is how he traveled before. And he is led by this small dorky guy, and they open the drawer, and that's where they keep items like that. And he sees a ton of Infinity Stones. In the TVA, they have the guy jokes and says, "Oh yeah, we have tons of these. Some of us use them as paperweights because, well,
the guy didn't know what a fish was. That was really depressing, and that's a clue there too. It means I wonder if these people aren't even real people.
Well, they aren't. They're created for the time agency.
Yeah,
they weren't plucked out of the timeline.
They're drones.
They seem to have enough of their own personality, but
it's a good we didn't bring Zach on here. But it was Zach of the Clones.
That's a good one. But getting to it, Loki then realizes that if they have all these Infinity Stones just sitting in there, this might be really the most powerful place in the universe.
And that's where it kind of clicked to me. Is like, hey, maybe this show won't be so bad. Maybe he'll take over this and basically trick everyone, instead of being a hero. Because I don't want hero Loki. I want the villain Loki.
Well, he's the lead. I'm not saying he's a hero. We don't know exactly where he's going to go.
It feels like they're setting up for an anti-hero. I'm just like over it already. Death to destruction, I want.
But he goes back to the office. He gets his revenge on the agent who is pushing him around. And then Owen Wilson comes in. He has the erasing baton to erase him from the timeline. But he doesn't use it because Loki, while Owen wasn't there, while Mobius wasn't there, he looked and saw his fate. Him being choked out by Thanos. His moment reconnecting with his brother in Thor Ragnarok.
And so many moments. Crying over the death of his mother, crying over the death of his father. Oh, it's so sad. Other ones,
actually, family is sad, Froggy.
Yeah, this Loki is weak. Comic Loki wouldn't care.
But he basically, Owen Wilson, Mobius, says, okay, well, you now understand exactly where you are. You tried to use the Tesseract. It didn't work. There's no magic here. And says that they're losing time agents. And they really need some help. And they think that he could be a good operative for them. Because the threat they're facing, he knows quite well. And Loki asks who it is. It's him. Dun, dun, dun. So this series, from the looks of it, is going to be Loki going after Loki with the time agency or the TVA.
Yeah, it's going to be called The One.
No. It's called Loki.
It's going to be called Loki the One, where he just goes around killing multiple versions of himself to become
There's
the one.
There's only one version of himself they're chasing.
We don't know. It's a multidimensional.
Actually, that brings up some facts about the MCU that we can talk about now.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about the multiverse and how there used to be a multiverse. There's not anymore. What? Yes, there's no multiverse anymore because the TVA was formed to make a pure, sacred timeline. And even though the Avengers are really the ones that messed it up, they were apparently supposed to do that, according to these timekeepers. And Loki's like, what? They're the ones who went in time. I could smell the second Tony Stark. But it didn't. I guess it doesn't matter because they say that he's guilty.
Because they're biased.
Yeah. They really are.
Yeah, they hate green people.
They hate what?
They hate green people. That's why they destroyed his green suit.
That is fair. They did destroy his green suit. But there it sets up the fact that there's no multiverse. So according to this, at least, there's no multiverse. What does this mean?
It means we'll get the Bendis verse.
What?
We're gonna get the Brian Michael Bendis verse. We're gonna get the Ultimate Universe. And
I don't think so.
And then they'll introduce Miles Morales and everything.
I don't think so. They might introduce Miles Morales, but they aren't going into the Ultimate Universe. In fact, they use the word whenever there was a multiverse. They say that it was madness. And so you can tell where they're going to go.
Yeah, in the toilet, you're going to watch it go down, down, and down, and down.
I disagree. I'm sorry, Froggy. I really disagree.
I know you are, because you're a mark.
Because I'm a what?
You're with me. You're a mark. No matter what they do, Disney do, you like Disney.
That's not true.
That's true. Everything's Avenger. You like every single Avenger movie.
That's not true.
Okay, then which ones you hate? Put them out.
Well, I don't. There's no film of the MCU that is really a hate because they follow a formula.
You just proved my point. You like every single movie in the MCU.
Well, I don't like Captain Marvel, but it wasn't a terrible movie. It was It was okay. You don't need to accuse me of, I'm just bending over for Disney. No, that's not it. I'm giving my honest thought.
Yeah, my honest thought is this show sucks.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree. Dragon Ball Talk is in the chat. I think it's good. I think it sets up an interesting concept that we're going to explore within the next 5 episodes. And I look forward to checking it out. I don't think that it's bad. I really don't. And
I'll just say, if you watch this episode, it's pretty much making fun of Loki the whole entire way.
Well,
and then Owen Wilson is just like being Owen Wilson. So nothing new.
I'm just saying that I think it's providing an interesting concept. It's giving a explanation for the time traveling events that happen in Endgame, and it's building upon the universe.
My prediction is that Marvel's going to use this to reset their crappy universe.
They're not going to reset it.
Yes, you're going to reset it because they got to fix everything.
They're setting up the multiverse.
Yeah, they're setting it up because nobody likes this universe.
Well, you're wrong. You are really wrong.
No, I'm right.
2 series on this show that most people liked. They were enjoyable.
2 series. Which was that?
WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You love Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, there's
many episodes of it.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes, that's all right. But if I could bring back, Chris Evans, I would in heartbeat. And I'd make Sam Falcon again. Why? Okay. Because it's stupid to have him as Captain Falcon.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree when it comes to the movies. Like I said, I'm taking my human counterpart's opinion that it feels far more natural here than it did in the comics. He didn't have the chance to stand out here as much. He really was just the sidekick. He wasn't a hero in his own right. Thus, whenever Cap gives him the shield, he is full on making him, Captain America.
Because Captain America would really do that. You know what? I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to give up being an Avenger and go back, and then leave my friends to be whatever they want, and just disband Avengers. No? Yeah, because that's what Cap would do, right? Bullshit.
Well, I mean, he did just save the entire universe. So yeah. I think he deserves some time off.
He's dead. He's dead. He's not time off. He's dead.
Well, he lived an entire life. That's some time off.
Yeah, he was selfish. He wanted to go back and be with Peggy.
I think he more than earned that. But we're going to have to just agree to disagree. So you've heard our thoughts. I enjoy it. Froggy does not. Let us know what you think in the comments below. I am going to keep going with the series. Froggy, you don't have to if you don't want to. I know Zach is going to be joining us in a couple weeks.
I'll probably watch it, but I'm just going to drink more beer.
Okay. Well, when you're Swimming like a fish in booze. I hope you enjoy it a little more.
You should ask that guy if he knows what a fish is.
I thought that was kind of funny. But I think there's a lot of concepts, and I think that we're going to build upon it, and it's really going to be something worth watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards. Thank you, everybody in the comments, Dragon Ball Talk and Maranya. And I'm really just hoping that the people watching, if you're new, make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be covering more, like I said. And we'll always give you our honest opinions on what we think of what we just watched. Mm-hmm. So, for Froggy and myself, I think that about does it. Good night, Froggy.
Good night, dummy.
And to our listeners, we say bye!